Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
RoadToRuda.com. Lots to go over. Some silver news, really interesting silver news. But first, the planned destruction of Biden running as a candidate has happened. Clearly, he's going to remove himself, or they will remove him as planned. Long ago, I've been talking about this for a very long time, especially after Biden challenged Trump to an early debate. Nobody's had a debate this early in the presidential election. Nobody. It was obvious to everybody that they set up poor little Joe. I don't feel sorry for that asshole, but they set him up. They set him up to fail, and he did miserably. So he'll be gone. But here's the question I have. He'll be gone as a candidate. Why is he still our president? Is it because Kamala's even worse? Do we really want to remove Joe? I mean, it's not like the president has done anything all year. All 3.5 years. It's an empty suit. Literally now, an empty suit as president. That's very scary when you lead the free world, supposedly. Then again, we all know this is all a show. It's a planned stage thing. Who's really in charge? Is it the military? Is it Trump? Is it a little of both? I think it's a little of both. But we, as the plebes out here in peasant land, don't get to know what's going on really behind the scenes. I do expect to see China invade Taiwan, and that will be interesting, especially with someone like Joe Biden as president, who will do whatever he's told to say and do. Can you imagine that speech? A bumbling, dementia-riddled president saying, we are going to war with China. Not exactly awe-inspiring. The Democratic Party has completely imploded. They have nobody to come behind him that will do anything at all. At all. So, interesting times, my friends, interesting times. But in the meanwhile, silver is still trading, and the Silver Eagles are still not being made to full capacity. Oh, wait, I just got a text from my good friend Andy Scheckman. I asked him about Silver Eagles. Do they have supply? And how are the premiums? A good supply. We'll do a special with your viewers. Oh, cool. Excellent. Hey, contact Miles Franklin. Send him an email. info@milesfranklin.com. MILESFRANKLIN.com. Say, hey, I'm with Road to Ruda. You got a special on Eagles for me? And he's got some in inventory, which I love. I always say you never know when the silver moonshot's going to hit, so you always buy what's in inventory. Don't wait. So go get your Eagles today. Remember a few years back when that lady bought $50 million worth of Silver Eagles, or tried to buy? She was paying like a $10 premium. Here we are. Where is she now? I mean, I thought she had billions to buy. Now they're cheap. See, that's the thing about investing. You don't want to buy when the premiums are high. You want to buy when there's no action. And that's what's going on right now, no actions. I think Silver Eagles are going to be used as money, in the United States at least, in the future, in the very near future. So, yeah, if you live in the United States, you should definitely have some. Along with pre-65 coinage is my favorite, if you can get a cheaper premium. Obviously, lower denominations. They also have different laws as far as counterfeiting and fraud. Those will be very big in the very near future. If you have 100-ounce bars, stuff like that, especially large gold bars, are you crazy? I've been screaming about this for a very long time. The quality and genuine in what's that word? The genuineness? the fact that your bars might be salted, quote, salted, having some other kind of metal in them, it might happen. And it has happened many times. Not many people drill into their bars. So just keep that in mind as we're going along. You want small denomination coins. If you live in the U.S., I highly recommend the pre-65 coinage. The laws against counterfeiting U.S. mint coinage are much stronger than the laws against, at least in the United States, than the laws against making fraudulent 100-ounce bars and stuff like that. Because it's the currency of the United States, and it's counterfeiting, and that's a big no-no. Those laws are going to get really, really, really intense when we go back to a gold and silver standard, as in death type of laws. And it has been done before, by the way, and will happen again. The laws will. You're caught making fake silver eagles or silver coinage supposed to be made by the mint when we go back to money, using them as money, you can spend life in jail. That's how they're going to stop it. In the meantime, you can now get your silver eagles and you get your pre-65 coinage with our friend Andy Scheckman. He sent me a couple emails. Let me text. Okay. All right. Yep. He's got them in inventory. Contact Andy Scheckman, milesfranklin.com. All right. So what's going on with silver? Playing with the $30 number every day. Every day the moving averages tick up higher and higher and higher. Currently, the 200-day, which is the big one, is $25.12. That's what the bad guys want to slam it down under. I don't know how much they can get out of that, though. Remember, they have to short to slam it down under the moving averages, which means they add more shorts and more shorts. And we know what happens to people when they add more shorts when they're naked short, which these criminal banksters are. That is a death-defying move, and you could get stuck on the wrong side of that trade and be destroyed. And we've seen it so many different times. Very interesting. So here's what I have for you guys. It was a decent start to the delivery month in July. So far, close to 25 million ounces, but there's still about 10 million ounces that have not been delivered. I always like to see those, silver ounces hanging out there that have not been delivered yet. That means they don't have the metal. If you had the metal, you wouldn't be paying for storage every day. So they don't have the metal. They're going to have to go out and find the metal by the end of the month. But there's something more interesting, and this is what I haven't heard anybody talk about. I've been away for a few days, so maybe nobody has talked about it. There is a massive, somebody panicked in the industrial side of silver. Somebody panicked, and it is the largest taker of silver in this delivery month. And it is a company I was not familiar with. They've been on the COMEX list. This is the inventory delivery list. They've been on the list, but the volumes were almost nothing. Like literally almost nothing. It's right here. PTG division of SG America. SG America, they just changed the name of this. SG America was a very small player, industrial player. And all of a sudden, look at this month. Like they've done with 6 contracts, 50 contracts, 20 contracts, 73 contracts. 1,043 contracts for PTG division of SG America. SG America, I think it's a Japanese company, but they are a manufacturer. This is a definite panic by a manufacturer of, guess what? Solar panels. And they couldn't get it. I mean, these guys buy their silver through the paste companies. They buy silver paste for what they use. They make the Perovskite solar cells. That's where they spray the silver on front and the back. One of the highest consumers of silver in the solar industry. And they are panicking at this COMEX. This had to be the only place they could get it. And so they took delivery of over 5 million ounces right here. Over 5 million ounces. I think they're the largest, other than JP Morgan, obviously. But another really interesting thing, and I'll get to those solar panels in a second. Another interesting thing is who was delivering this month. It was, of course, JP Morgan customers, quote, JP Morgan customers. They net delivered about the same amount, but they're always a big deliverer. There was nothing new there. The big one that I just popped out to me is Standard Chartered Bank. We only see Standard Chartered Bank when there's a panic in silver deliveries. They are a long time silver rigger, back with HSBC, going back over 100 years. Standard Chartered Bank, going back over 100 years, huge, massive silver rigger. So the two big delivery people with over 10 million ounces, 5 million ounces each, HSBC, obviously, they've been the gigantic deliverer all year, and Standard Chartered Bank. BMO Capital was in there, Macquarie was in there. So all the banks are going to have to deliver, because they're the ones playing with the shorts. They're going to have to deliver the real metal to companies like right here, the PTG division of SG America. So why is this such a big deal? Because these solar cells are the most efficient out there. The last 3 or 4 years, they've been just too high-tech to manufacture. Clearly, this company thinks, hey, we're going to be doing a lot of these. We need a hell of a lot of silver. And you can do it. You can do any amount of these because they won't allow the silver price to rise. And one day that's going to just stop. It's going to break, and these guys won't have any silver. They know that. They're probably on the road to right now saying, oh, my God, we're going to run out of silver, but we invented these solar panels. And as a matter of fact, let me give you a little background on these solar panels. This is for the perovskite. Evaporation deposition of back electrode is mature and scalable, but requires a vacuum. Vacuum-free deposition of back electrode is important for full solution processability of PCS. Silver electrodes can be screen printed, and silver nanowire networks can be spray coated as back electrode. That's the key. All this new technology that's coming out, TOPCon and all that, they use the front and the back of the solar panel. Silver needed on the front and the back of the solar panel. And voila, that's the people who are telling you that silver is being thrifted, they call it thrifting silver out of solar panels, are lying through their damn teeth. Yes, even the silver bugs are saying, oh, silver's being thrifted down to almost nothing. Besides the Silver Institute, besides Metals Focus, there are some silver analysts who are saying, oh, yeah, there's barely any silver in solar panels. Bullshit. You are lying to the people because you're an idiot. Don't be an idiot. They're using more and more and more silver in solar panels, and that is what's going to destroy the silver market riggers. So why is this such a big deal? Here's a comparison between PERC, which is the old technology, used a little silver. You know, they were, mind you, they were thrifting silver out of PERC for the last 10 years. But now it's the exact opposite. TOPCon is going to be the #1 installation this year by far. HJT, BC, and perovskite cells are all going to be, those are the future technologies, and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of them use more silver than the PERC, and more silver than TOPCon. Why? You might be saying, why would they use so much silver? Why would they just want to use? Because silver is the best conductor of electricity. When you're talking about a 25, 30-year-long investment in solar panels and these massive solar farms, you don't really care about the price of silver. What you care about is the efficiency of the solar panel. How much power are you going to get from this solar panel over this long length of time? I mean, literally, silver can quadruple in price, and it's not going to stop this technology. Maybe when it gets into the thousands, it might stop it. And electric cars, come on. They're using only like 1 or 2 ounces in electric cars. Who cares? You're buying a $50,000, $80,000 electric car, $50,000 electric car, or $40,000 electric car. You're not going to care that it's got $2,000 in silver. It'll make the price go up a little bit, but silver will be at $2,000. You're still going to make the car because you're selling it for $40,000 or $50,000. And it's absolutely necessary. I hope this makes sense to everybody. Anyway, here's a comparison between PERC, TOPCon. PERC is at the 23 to 24% efficiency, and it just goes up from there. TOPCon, 28%, 28.7% efficiency. HGT, 29. BC cells, 29.1. And look at this, Perovskite cells, up to 44% efficiency. Meaning it is double. It is double what PERC is. Double. And they use massively more silver, my friends. That's probably the future at some point. That's why this company who makes this exact product right here, who did nothing over the first 6 months, took delivery of over 5 million ounces right here on the COMEX. Now, COMEX is the last place they're going to want to go. They want to get it from their silver paste manufacturers. Well, they can't supply it. And they know they're going to be running out of silver, so these guys made a smart move. I'm going to start loading up on physical silver. I guarantee you, next month, the next month, if it is available, these guys at PTG division of SG America are going to load up on physical silver. This is a industrial panic hit silver moment. And at some point, the COMEX is going to shut down because these bankers won't be able to provide the metal. Because these guys like PT Division of SG America, they don't want silver contracts. They need the real thing. They need real physical silver, and they need it now, and they need it in their own possession. And if the future is this innovation, which is an amazing solar panel, look, it's even flexible. If that is the future, hitting 44%, double what the PERC does, then they're going to have to load up on massive amounts of silver just to produce that product. And that's exactly what this is. That is exactly what's happening right here. You're going to see it bang, bang, bang. Probably this month they'll continue to take delivery of silver. Yes, they can go on the COMEX. I mean, there's still some silver to be delivered this month. 1,700 contracts right here. 1,700 contracts. So you're going to see this month and time again. And then more manufacturers are going to come in. And more. And then it'll be over for the criminal banking cabal. And they're going to shut down the COMEX. And that's happening very, very soon. So be careful. I was looking up more and more. Basically, the entire industry of solar panels uses the most ever known demand. If you go to roadtoroota.com, just go to the front page. I did a full analysis of what we're talking about here. You go right down here. This is the Silver Institute. Every red box right there is a number they lied about the year prior. So they changed their numbers to fit the narrative, and they literally underreported by over 100%. There was not 190. Well, right around 100%. There was close to 400 million ounces of silver, not 190. Don't let them lie to you. They had 193.5. I mean, just using the amount of solar panel increase, which was 76%, that puts us at 387. My numbers are between 4 to 450. This number, this year, which is already happening, by the way, we're looking at probably 600 to 700 million ounces. But Bix, they aren't there. I know they're out there. That's why you see guys like this running into the market trying to get their hands on any physical silver they can. This is a very visible spot. I can guarantee you these guys at SG America did not want to be seen, but they had no choice. They have to have the physical silver in their own possession to make these solar panels. And they will be the number one provider of solar panels in the future because they have 44% efficiency. Imagine having double the efficiency on your solar panels every year, compounded for 35 to 40 years. Holy crap. Anyway. I hope this makes sense. I hope you just bare bones. You don't need to understand all this stuff. You need to get physical silver in your own possession. If you have mining shares, bye-bye. They will be gone. It should be obvious to everybody right now. Not one mining share company will be allowed to leave Mexico. Mexico is going to nationalize their mines. The United States will nationalize their mines. The entire world will nationalize the mines when the banks collapse. Obviously, it's the new form of money. Mexico should have nationalized their mines 100 years ago. They've supplied 33% of all silver over these massive amount of years. They would be the richest country in the world had they taken my advice. And they are talking about shutting down all open pit mining in Mexico. That's the largest provider of silver by far. And the whole world's going to do that. Please don't waste your money on mining shares. Don't waste your money on SLV or PSLV or anything else other than physical silver in your own possession. Sure, it might ride for a little while, but it's so easy, Bix. It's so easy to buy PSLV. It's so easy to buy a mining share. They have so much wealth in the ground. I know they have so much wealth. They have too much wealth in the ground. They have so much wealth, they aren't going to be allowed to take it out. Special foreign investors in a mining company in Mexico, where Mexico will be just as bad as the United States. The fiat money will go away. They're going to go back to gold and silver as money. And the government's going to say, hey, we are going to take care of our own people. Once in a very long time. Yes, the Mexican government has been as corrupt or more corrupt than the United States government. We know how corrupt the United States government is. At the end of the day, what you have in your own possession is what you're going to care about. Everything else, poof, poof, gone with the wind. Gone with the wind. Dust in the wind. That's what it is. Dust in the wind. All you are is dust in the wind. All right. Cryptos in your own possession. Also, a lot of talk about, crypto. People who don't understand crypto, have never been through crypto, don't understand that cryptos are the crypto markets are rigged just as much, if not more, than all the U.S. gold and silver markets. Every market is rigged now. Cryptos, it's just a little easier to rig. They really don't need the real thing with all the derivatives of cryptos out now. But the U.S. government, of course, is selling off cryptos. So is Germany. You want to know why the price goes down? It's because the U.S. government rigs the price. The U.S. government set up Mt. Gox. The U.S. government was selling off Mt. Gox Bitcoin to keep the price down during the 2017 run. The U.S. government took down FTX. The U.S. government controls it all through the Exchange Stabilization Fund and the bullion banks that they work with. But yes, at the end of the day, they're going to run out of you need a little of the real thing, a little of the real Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, here's a Zero Hedge article. History suggests Bitcoin rebound in July as German and U.S. governments move 150 million in crypto. I mean, that's just obvious. You can see, that's the beauty of cryptos. You can see it move in a wallet. And these are German and U.S. Government owned because they stole them from the people. I mean, they confiscated the contraband. The U.S. government holds quite a bit of Bitcoin. I don't think they own any Theta, by the way. But everything runs off the price of Bitcoin because all the swaps happen. Not a lot of new cash comes into crypto. Maybe on Coinbase, maybe. But it's mostly swapping one crypto for the other, chasing the next shiny object. The German and United States governments have drawn significant attention after transferring millions of dollars of crypto holdings. As Josh O'Sullivan reports at Cointelegraph, the German government has made substantial Bitcoin transfers while the U.S. government has transferred Ether from seized funds. Basically, stolen. They're probably using Reggie's Ether that they stole from him right now. On July 1st, the German government moved 1,500 BTC worth roughly $95 million to multiple crypto exchanges. It is good when they sell crypto. We want government out of cryptocurrencies. But they will be the ones, investing in mining equipment in the future. Cryptos are the future. I hope everybody understands that. If you don't by now, I don't know what to tell you. How long has it been? My God, 15 years? How long will it take you to wake up? Especially my gold and silver bugs, I love you to death. But if you don't have a substantial amount of cryptos as well, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. If you understand gold and silver, you should understand cryptocurrencies. We're gonna look at any alternative to the U.S. fiat monetary system when the system crashes through the derivative meltdown, and then it's whatever you have in your possession. That's what you got, and we try to move forward. Anyway, if you guys are using the booster nodes, there's not many people because you need, like over 500,000 T-Fuel. But if you are, people are contacting me, oh my God, my T-Fuel went away. Know that every month they accumulate, this is for the booster nodes, the booster gains, and then it takes 5 days or so for them to hit your wallet. So they'll figure out how much everybody gets because you get a percentage of a pool the way the booster thing works. Right now, you're not making money. You're making less than what if you would have staked, at least on your T-Fuel. But you got your other coins, Levita and there's Grove coins. There's a lot of coins coming. This is the very beginning. Don't worry about it. This is the very beginning. If you're not, don't want to do it yet, I get it. A lot of people are like waiting until the T-Fuel amount you earn per month is greater than the T-Fuel amount of earned by staking, which is 7%. I think it will get there. I think it will get there pretty fast in the next couple months. Don't forget, Theta Labs has massive amounts of T-Fuel. Massive amounts of T-Fuel. And they're going to do a lot of work on the AI machines and proving concepts and stuff like that with their partners. And don't you think Google and all the people who can do AI cheaper would be, all the partners of Theta will be jumping on that? And yeah, I mean, they're going to need T-Fuel. Right? That's how that game works. If you want to participate in sharing of your hard drive, sharing of your broadband, sharing of your CPU computing power, your GPU computing power, you're going to need T-Fuel. I think the T fuel to theta ratio is way undervalued, kind of like silver and gold. So yeah, keep in mind there's I think a little over 6 billion T fuel and 6 billion. Wait, let me give you the real numbers. I'm not gonna make them up. Hold on. 6.6 billion T fuel, and there's only a billion theta that'll ever be mined. Now T fuel gets burned as transactions happen, so it's going to waver as when AI really kicks in. Everybody's scrambling to do AI stuff because it's cheaper through the theta decentralized network. That 6 billion is going to a lot's going to get burned. So I'm in the camp with Mitch saying, the 20-to-1 ratio that the theta to T fuel is right now, I think that's going to squeeze into 10-to-1, maybe even get to the real ratio, which is, and maybe hover around there, 6.5, even cross it over. When AI really kicks in and people understand that, oh my God, how are we going to do AI? NVIDIA is getting attacked right now in Europe. All kinds of lawsuits. Oh, you were, scamming. Whenever a company does well, they attack you with lawsuits. So yeah, it'll be interesting. The future is very interesting. Definitely theta and theta fuel. When they hit Coinbase, look out above. We are gonna literally like a knife through butter instantly because people will be able to easily buy theta on Coinbase. Right now, you can do it through. It jumps you over to another exchange and you pay through the roof. You can use Caleb and Brown is our recommendation if you go to roadrooter.com. We have an affiliate section there. Let me show you where it is. And this is for the newbies or people who I just need it and I can't get it anywhere. Right here, affiliate. Click on affiliates and Caleb and Brown is right there. They're a crypto broker. It's a discussion I had right there with Jake Boyle, one of the head guys over there, Caleb and Brown. Go check it out. But yeah, they can get you some theta and theta fuel, and I expect that ratio to come in quite significantly over the next 6 months. Those of you who have locked for a year, you're locked in. I mean, I've held theta fuel for more than a year. I wish I could have locked in earlier. They didn't have this booster thing, but it is very early, so you're not going to make what you make just by staking T fuel. So maybe wait, stake your T fuel now, and then when the system really kicks in, you got Samsung and Sony and blah 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 coming in, or when they do the Android device, but it's going to be maybe too late to get your cheap T fuel. You'll have what you have, but you can get cheap T fuel right now. You get cheap theta right now. So my my take is get it all in your own possession. Do what you can to take care of yourself in your own possession only. And as Mitch says, please take note, Theta Network community, your pending Edge booster rewards for June have been reset and will be paid out within the first 5 days of July. So every month they accumulate and they get paid out 5 days later. So you'll get a little bump in your wallet, which is always good. All right. So that's what I have for you. Lots going on. Silver. This is the demarcation moment that industrial users start to panic. Industrial users start to panic, and we saw the first one is SG America, the makers of these solar panels. Wait till Sony and Samsung and Apple Computer panic and say, oh my God, I can't make my cell phone properly without getting as much physical silver as possible because it is going to become unobtainium. Elon, I know you watch my stuff. Dude, your companies are going to be screwed. I know you've been working on getting your hands on physical silver. You better panic too. Elon, it's time to panic. It is panic mode. Get your physical silver or all your companies are going to go under. They all need so much physical silver. All of them, even the space program. Physical silver. Obviously, your solar panel stuff. Physical silver. Your electric cars. I mean, you're selling cars for $40,000, $50,000 a piece, and the silver part of it is tiny. 2 ounces is what? $60. But you can't live without silver, Elon. You know that. So you're going to be buying silver at $100, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. $5,000 silver. Elon's still going to be buying silver for his electric cars. I don't know about solar panels at 5,000. But definitely the electric cars, yeah, bump 5,000 the price of electric car. That's not that big a deal. But that's $5,000 an ounce silver for you silver investors if you have the real thing. At anything over $50 an ounce, the COMEX and everything gets shut down. I hope everybody understands just how fragile the system is right now. These shorts are massively short silver. And it will spark a derivative meltdown that has never been seen. Almost. In September 11th, 2008, we were this close. We were hours away. Hours away from the collapse of everything. And silver would have gone unobtainium. You can't get it at any price. And we wouldn't have... obviously there are people behind the scenes working so that the entire system doesn't shut down. But in the same breath, we can't keep putting this valuable resource into solar panels. It's insanity at its finest, and it's all because of market rigging. 100%. That's what happens when you allow these assholes to rig any market. Is you have price distortions and asset misallocation. We should not be putting silver in every solar panel on the planet. We are consuming silver. This year will be 600. That's my number. 600 million ounces consumed when we only make 800 million out of the ground. And it's needed everywhere else too, by the way. All electronic devices use silver, not just solar panels, not just electric cars. It is the best conductor of electricity. It is needed all over the place, especially in industrial uses. And there we have the first panic. SG America panics and buys 5 million ounces for their Perovskite solar panels, because that's a 40-year investment. All right, that's what I got for you. You want more information, go to roadtoroot.com. Subscribe to the private road. We are currently giving away 1 Veritasium token loaded on a paper wallet. Reggie's been through the shitter for a very long time. I think Cliff High is right. Veritasium and Bitcoin will cross. After the crash, though. It's got to be after the crash. And the government will go to Reggie and say, help me introduce peer-to-peer transactions on stock markets so we don't need the likes of Fidelity and JP Morgan and BlackRock and those assholes who have destroyed our system. All right? This is Big Weir. I'll talk to you later.